500, a 3-game lead for Nightmares. Victorious up at 249th birthday as Jaskowiak is on the rubber, and we are off. The first pitch is in for a strike. Jaskowiak's 1-1 pitch is skied into foul territory and out of play into the seats. The third highest attended game in Madison Nightmares history. This is popped up into foul territory for Hillary Blomberg, who makes the catch. And that's the first out of the inning. So a good start for Jaskowiak as Blomberg makes the play. Megan McGinnis will be next for the Ignite. Jaskowiak's first pitch to her is swung on and missed. McGinnis down 0-1 in the count. Reach with a walk in last night's game, hitting .273 on the season. McGinnis hitting just .190 against the Nightmares this season through 7 games. Jaskowiak fires the 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. So the count moves now to 1-2 as Jaskowiak searches for her first strikeout. So 7 pitches so far in the inning. 1-2. Swing and a miss, pops out of the glove of Kavanaugh, but she fires to first and throws out McGinnis. And Jaskowiak has the strikeout, 2 up, 2 down in the first. Quinn Marnaka will come to the plate. The Ignite sitting at 6-11 on the season. They've lost 3 straight games, all against Madison. This one is lifted into shallow right field. Addie Blomberg goes back and makes a running catch. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Jaskowiak. You're watching the Northwoods League Sports Network. Stiles in the circle. Late change was made by the Ignite, so Riley Stiles gets the start. And 1-0 is the count on Grassel. Make that 2-0 now. So Stiles making her 7th start of the season, appearing for the 11th time. Swung on and missed by Grassel. So it moves to 2-1 now on the Nightmares designated player. Grassel hitting .429 this season through 12 games played. As that pitch drops in for a strike. So even at 2-2 on Grassel, she doubled in last night's game at Athletic Park. Slices this one away foul. So for Stiles, the ERA at 8.43 this season. And 44 innings of work in the circle. She pitched for Mankato last summer. And she strikes out Grassel to begin the first inning. So a good start for Riley Stiles. We take another look. So 1 out here for Ava Carroll. First pitch to her is in there for a strike. Ava Carroll hitting .375 over her last 5 games. Carroll shows bunt and fouls it away. Trying to bunt for a base hit. Something she's able to do with the speed that she possesses. It's down in this count, 0-2. Average just over 400 for the Nightmares left fielder on the season. She lifts this one foul and into the netting. Carroll was 2 for 2 last night against Wausau with a double and a run batted in. Seen her play a lot of left field for Madison. It's been in center field occasionally as well. Stiles misses high and outside with that pitch. Carroll has 13 hits in 7 games against Wausau this season. Another miss there from Stiles. So it makes the count 2-2. Carroll fouls one straight back. It's a 10-game on-base streak for Ava Carroll's. The Nightmares look to get something started here in the first inning of the game. Got off to a quick start last night in Wausau. 3 first-inning runs for Madison in that contest. So the Nightmares scored 5 in the first 2 innings, then didn't score again until the 7th, but they didn't need to with the great pitching performance. As Carroll lines one foul towards the third base side. It's a good at-bat. Carroll fell behind 0-2 and has worked it to a full count. Stiles gets the sign, delivers. Carroll line drive up the middle for a base hit. A 1-out single for Ava Carroll. A great at-bat. And the Nightmares have a first-inning base runner. So it'll bring up Emma Kavanaugh, the league leader in base hits with 30 this season. First pitch from Stiles. Kavanaugh showing bunt. On the move is Carroll heading towards second, and she is there. It's a stolen base for Ava Carroll. Now a runner in scoring position for Kavanaugh. This is what she did last night in Wausau. A home run straight down that left field line that just stayed fair. It was her 5th home run of the season. She's got 25 runs driven in this year. Trying to add to that total here. The 1-0 pitch. A little pop-up back behind the plate, and that will get fouled. It's off the netting. Kavanaugh this season hitting .488 with runners on base. Swing and a miss. So Kavanaugh falls behind. 1-2 in the count. She lofts this one in the shallow left field. That gets down for a hit. Carroll will stop at third. Big turnaround first by Kavanaugh. She'll stay put there. The Nightmares have back-to-back hits and runners on the corners in the first. Got just enough of that pitch to power it into the outfield for a base hit, and now it'll be Ella Stevenson. She's the league leader with 28 runs batted in this year. First pitch to her, runner in motion. Kavanaugh heads for second, and she's there without a throw. Another stolen base for the Nightmares in this first inning, and now 2 in scoring position for Stevenson, who also homered in last night's game. She's homered now in back-to-back games for Madison. That pitch just misses. It's a good try by Stiles. Last night, home run number 7 for Stevenson. She's the league leader in both home runs and RBIs. One of the very best in Northwoods League softball. She chops one to the left side. It's picked up by McGinnis, who fires to first in time. Runners stay where they are. And a big second out for Stiles. A dangerous hitter sent down by the right-hander. It'll be Hillary Blomberg try and cash in on this opportunity. First pitch to Blomberg just misses off the corner. Blomberg has crushed Ignite pitching this season. 4 homers, 14 RBIs against Wausau. Last night was her 50th career Northwoods League game. She lines this one into left, coming in and making the catch is Kaylee Freidenlund. And that is out number 3. The Nightmares leave a couple in scoring position. Blomberg just not quite able to glove the softball, and Hannah Trzynski gets a shot now. First pitch misses down low, but Kavanaugh quickly to the ball to pick it up and keep the runner at first. Trzynski was 0 for 3 last night, hitting .387 this season. That pitch just misses for a ball to make it 2-0 now. DJ Postel is the home plate umpire. Eric Schmidt over at first with Kelly Turnus, the third base umpire. A ground ball foul off in front of the Madison dugout. Jaskowiak able to get it to 2-1. It was a 1-2-3 first inning for Jaskowiak with a strikeout and a couple of pop-ups. She's got 13 pitches so far. There's a 2-1 delivery. And a little floater out towards shallow center. It'll be the shortstop, Lucy Moreno, who makes the catch. And that's out number 1 of the inning. Seen a lot in the air so far from the Wausau offense, but nothing with a whole lot of power behind it. Mia Johnson will try to change that. She steps up with a runner on and 1 out. Pitch misses down low. Good work by Kavanaugh behind the plate. Johnson hitting .404 on the season over 17 games played. Those 20 RBIs lead the team. She lifts this one in the deep right field. Back goes Stevenson. It's off the wall. Stopping at third base is Fitzgerald. And Johnson has the first hit of the game, an opposite field double. 2 now in scoring position for the Ignite. It's a good looking swing from Mia Johnson. Now Brooklyn Hofer comes to the plate, looking to give Wausau the lead. Corners in for Madison, the first pitch. That misses for a ball. 4 hits for the Ignite offense last night, as they were unable to score a run. 1-0. Finds the zone for a strike. The count evens on Hofer at 1-1. Hofer hitting 180 through 17 games played. Was 1 for 2 last night with a walk. Jaskowiak's 1-1 pitch just misses for ball number 2. Fitzgerald on third with Johnson on second. A hit and an error in the inning. Jaskowiak gets set to throw a 20th pitch. She misses with that. And it goes to 3-1 on Hofer. So hitter-friendly count for the Ignite catcher. Jaskowiak tries to get back in it. And she does right there, gets the foul ball. And the count runs full at 3-2. These two teams have already met several times this season. It's the 8th meeting. Madison has won 6 of the first 7. Payoff pitch. This is popped up in foul territory. Making a running grab is Taylor Baker. And there's a big second out. So the Nightmares in the bottom of the first inning had runners on second and third with 1 out and could not score. The Ignite hoping that that same scenario is not the case here, as Kaylee Freidenlin steps to the plate. First pitch from Jaskowiak misses for a ball, and it's 1-0 on Freidenlin. She's hitting 182 on the season. Native of nearby Sun Prairie, Wisconsin. 0 for 1 in last night's game. She pops this one up back behind the plate. It gets out of play for a foul ball. Freidenlin playing in her 14th game of the season. Jaskowiak tries to work out of a second inning jam. Swung on and missed. And it is 1-2. So the right-hander a strike away from sending the Nightmares back into the dugout. As Fitzgerald and Johnson wait patiently on the first pitch is low and inside. So 1-0 the count on Moreno. She's got an 842 OPS through 16 games played. It's been a strong Northwoods League season for the graduating high school senior. Heading the count here 2-0. Moreno, Lucy, and Baker, the 3-2 up for Madison in this inning. This is lifted into foul territory. Fitzgerald on the run, and she dives, can't quite get there. That's a great effort by Molly Fitzgerald, with the ball just out of her reach, and so it goes as a strike, and Moreno back into the batter's box. Pitch to her, misses up high, and it is now 3-1. The Nightmares leading the Northwoods League with 225 base hits this season. first team in the league to reach 30 home runs this year after a pair last night. Here's the 3-2 pitch. This one is skied out towards center field, but some room for Quinn Marnaka to make the grab. And that is out number one as Lucy Moreno is sent down. Ball was hit fairly hard. Marnaka got a good read on it, and Danny Lucy will come to the plate next for the Nightmares. First pitch to Lucy on a line straight at Mia Johnson, who makes the catch. Lucy, first pitch swinging, but hit it to the wrong spot. And now Taylor Baker to the plate with the bases empty. Two quick outs in the inning on just 7 pitches from Stiles. First one to Baker misses low and away. Baker was 1 for 3 last night. She's got an 8-game hitting streak going. Takes a strike on the outer half from Stiles. Stiles has thrown 28 pitches so far in the circle. And this time it's just a bit outside. So it goes to 2-1. The last 2 appearances for Stiles in the circle have been against Madison. Last Saturday here at Warner Park, and then pitched last night as well. She went 6 innings, gave up 3 earned runs, 1 walk and 1 strikeout. And the count is now full at 3-2 with 2 outs. Stiles trying to get a 1-2-3 inning. The pitch, that's just outside, and that's ball 4. Baker will take her base. First walk of the night issued by Stiles. And the inning will continue on for Addie Blomberg. First pitch to her misses for a ball, and it's 1-0. Blomberg 1 for 3 last night, hitting .262 through 18 games played. As the 1-0 is lined back up the middle for a base hit. Baker moves up to second, and Blomberg with a 2-out single. Now a pair of base runners for Madison in the inning. Back to the top for Greta Grassel. First pitch that she sees is fouled away. So 0-1 on Grassel. It's a strikeout for her in her first plate appearance. Nightmares now seeing Stiles for the second time. She takes that pitch for a ball. Grassel has doubled in 3 straight games. She's hitting .476 with runners on base this year. Stiles able to get ahead in the count, 1-2. This is the 6th time that Stiles is facing the Nightmares this season. Grassel gets just a piece there to stay in it. Good 2-strike hitting. Baker, the runner, on second with Addie Blomberg on first. The 1-2 pitch is fouled away. The Nightmares have gotten multiple runners on for the second straight inning. Trying to come through with a timely hit to get on the scoreboard. Already a lot of runners left on base in this game. The Nightmares left 2 in scoring position in the first. The Ignite left 2 in scoring position in the second. So some early missed opportunities. As that swung out and missed for strike 3. And the Nightmares do not score in the second as Grassel is down on strikes. We go to the 3rd inning here on the Northwoods League. And that pitch is in for a strike. So Jaskowiak gets ahead of Schwiezo. Schwiezo popped out in her first plate appearance. She's 0 for 1. She gets a hold of this, sending it a long way, but well foul. And so the count will move now to 0-2. A lot of pop in the bat of Riley Schwiezo. Mentioned her 6 home runs this season. She's hit 4 against Madison. She grounds one straight at Lucy Moreno, who picks it up, fires to first, and safe at first is Schwiezo, as Baker couldn't quite hold on. So it looked like out number 2 of the inning is instead a 1-out base runner for the Ignite. And Megan McGinnis stepping in now. First pitch is in for a strike. They did rule a single there, and so 2 hits now in the game for the Ignite with McGinnis behind 0-1. She shows bunt, gets this down right in front of the plate. Kavanaugh picks it up, fires to first in time. Addie Blomberg throws across the diamond, and out at third is Schwiezo. A marvelous play from the Nightmares defense to get 2, and the inning comes to. Kavanaugh waits on deck as Ava Carroll leads off the bottom of the third. A 1-1 count, and she fouls one straight back. Carroll and Kavanaugh both with hits in the first inning for Madison. They've each stolen bases as well, as Carroll's batting average sits at .414 now after the single. 1-2 from Stiles, and Carroll able to lay off. Thought about going after that high pitch, but the count will even at 2-2. Carroll on the ground, right back at Stiles. She picks it up, a low throw to first, and out is Carroll as Fitzgerald knocked it down and then picked it back up before she reached the base. It's good work by Fitzgerald to handle a low throw and not panic on that play. Now Kavanaugh will get her turn at the dish. First pitch is popped up. Mentioned she's leading the league in hits, now 31 after her first inning single. Made 12 starts as a freshman at the University of Arizona in the spring. Hit 1 homer, drove in 8 runs. As this count is even at 1-1. Pitch misses low and inside. The post-game fireworks here at Warner Park following the game. Already have some early fireworks going on in the distance around the ballpark. The Nightmares offense trying for some fireworks of their own, but so far held quiet for the most part by Riley Stiles, who's done a very good job in the circle. Pitched the majority of that game last night at Athletic Park. After a rough start for Wausau, they really quieted the Madison bats down. The 2-2 pitch is lined into foul territory and out of play. There was a game earlier this season where the Nightmares scored 22 runs against Wausau. It was 22-1 final back on June the 13th. There's a line drive caught at second base by Schwiezo. And that is out number 2 as Stiles able to get the first pair of hitters in the inning. Ella Stevenson will come up with the bases empty. The one Wausau win so far in the season series came on June 15th. It was a 9-8 victory at Athletic Park for the Ignite. The Nightmares have won the last 3 meetings. It's been some close games. 3 one-run games between these two squads, and a 2-run game as well back on opening day. The count 0-1 here on Stevenson. Stevenson takes that pitch for a ball. Mentioned earlier she homered last night. Here's another look at that. Went out to left center field. Her 7th home run of the season. And she gets a hold of another one, sending it into left center. And there is number 8. Ella Stevenson says goodbye, and the Nightmares take the lead. Ella Stevenson continuing her dominant season at the plate. As right on cue, we showed you the home run from last night, and she decided to do it again. Make it 3 straight games with a home run for her. And Madison with the first run of the ball game. Hillary Blomberg at the plate for the Nightmares, takes the ball low and inside. A big 2-out swing from Stevenson after the Nightmares left 4 on base over the first 2 innings of the game. That misses low and inside. 2-0 on Hillary Blomberg. Blomberg 0 for 1 with a fly out back in the first inning. That's in the zone for a strike. Stiles able to make it 2-1. Been a really good season for Blomberg, but a little bit quiet as of late. She's 0 for her last 8 at the plate. get on here with a 2-2 count. The pitch. And a little tapper towards third base. Charging Johnson throws on the run and makes a nice play to get Blomberg.
Getting the slushies out here, getting the kids something to cool off with, but I've seen some adults walk around with it as well, so it's been great.
That's in there for strike number 3. So 1 out here in the inning. Actually got the chance to try that burger earlier on before the game.
The sweet and savoriness, I know when it comes down to in theory, it doesn't sound great, but I promise when you bite into it, you got that sweet salty combo. Had so many fans come out to me down at the s'more stand where we're selling them to be like, what's in it, and stuff like that. And fans are like, oh, it's got actual beef patties in it. I'm like, oh yeah, it's got 2 of them. But no, it's just your classic sweet salty combo, wrapped up in the marshmallow fluff, kind of keeps that bread holding together real well. So I did have it. I've had the pleasure of trying every food item we have here in the stadium. Being director of food and beverage has its perks sometimes. So yeah, I've tried it. I do like it. I do recommend it to all our fans here in the stadium today.
When I first saw it, I didn't realize that there was actually the patty inside the burger. I thought, oh, okay, it's a hamburger bun with the marshmallow, and like the bun was just replacing the graham crackers on a typical s'more, but got the patties in there as well. What has the fan response been like? I know you mentioned them asking some questions about it, but have you gotten any feedback as to whether or not the fans are enjoying these items?
Yeah, the s'more nachos I know has been a huge hit here. The s'more burger, I think a lot of our fans were skeptical at first. They split before Drew's down there before, giving him the sales pitch on it. He sold them at a restaurant down in Beloit that he was really proud of and trying to pitch it to our fans. I've seen a couple people have it. They said it's interesting. Some of our part-time staff have even bought it. They've told me that they really like it. It's kind of the same reaction that you had where they don't know. It's a little weird having the beef patty in there, but like all the flavor profiles are in there to make it a great sandwich and something for our Madison Nightmares fans and our Madison Mellors fans to enjoy tomorrow as well.
So count 2-2. So it's just for the 3 games. So last night, tonight, and then tomorrow night, correct?
Yeah. July 3rd, July 4th, July 5th. Rolling out these specials. We have the red, white, and blue popcorn still. Thank you to Tim's TNT Catering for supplying that for us. Got vanilla flavored, cherry flavored, and the blue raspberry flavored popcorn sold in our duck boots. So 67 ounces of beer. Swap that out for the popcorn to get those boots moving inside our stadium.
Full count here on Molly Fitzgerald with 1 out in the inning as Jaskowiak looks to continue to keep the Ignite off the scoreboard. What are some of the challenges that you face, if there are challenges, when you're rolling out new food items and trying to create that system for getting them out to the fans in an efficient fashion? Yeah,
that's a great question. A lot of it just comes down to what are we good at executing at, and what are we confident that we can execute at on a short time frame. Really, this idea only came about a week before our 4th of July game, so it was kind of put together. Like I said, a great food beverage staff here at Mendota Hospitality. Kyle Hadley, Drew Reese, Tommy Smith, Dominic, all do an amazing job. I couldn't do it without them, but we collaborate well. Really, the main challenge is what can we execute well, and sometimes just keeping it simple. Pre-wrapping the s'more burger isn't too labor-intensive, so keeping it simple there and just keeping it classic for our fans here who seem to enjoy it so far.
Bouncing ball to the right side, Addie Blomberg picks it up and throws out Fitzgerald for the 2nd out of the inning. So when you're coming up with ideas, how do you decide what you think is going to resonate with the fans, and what does that communication process look like with the rest of your staff as you're creating these sorts of items?
Yeah, brainstorming sessions in our food and beverage office take a while, a lot like our marketing team was. I know they go pretty in-depth on their marketing promos. Our food and beverage ones are the same, really. We never know what can be a hit some games versus one year to the next. We'll look at sales trends, but as well as looking at other minor league ballparks, see what they're doing, and just trying to stand out and do what we can do. But as far as the brainstorming coming up with it, it's really just shooting ideas off of each other, stuff that we've worked in the past, stuff that other restaurants or past work experiences that we've done. I've had the privilege of working here with the Mallors now totaling 10 years when I used to work here part-time. So I've seen a lot of different food items come through. And it's been a lot of fun trying to come up with new stuff for our fans.
Base hit right there from Hannah Trzynski with 2 outs to the Ignite. Able to get a base runner here. 3rd hit of the night for Wausau. Tying run on first for Mia Johnson. So you've been doing this for a while. I'm curious, what is maybe the craziest item that has been created in your time here, or maybe one that stands out to you as being your favorite?
Oh man, craziest item. We've done a lot of fun stuff over the years. We still have one of my favorite ones I think is really cool. It's an angel food cake in our ice cream stand. So it's a full 8-inch angel food cake with our twist vanilla chocolate ice cream top of it with about a pound of cookie dough on top of it. and served in those large novelty helmets. That's still one of my favorites. Anyone walking around with that will definitely have a meal for themselves and the entire section if they want to be nice enough and share. But yeah, I've seen a lot of great items go through here before. Our giant turkey legs was another thing I brought back this year. That was an original item we had back here in 2016, 2017. And Stoddard's Meat Market Catering does a great job with us and fry those turkey legs. I brought that back this year. That's great flavor profile. If you love turkey, it's great. But I would still say my personal favorite is just going back to our jalapeno cheddar bratwurst. I've seen a lot of food items here, but that base jalapeno cheddar brat that we get here is my personal favorite. And a brat at a ball game, softball game, baseball game, you just can't go wrong.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with any type of brat here at the ballpark in Wisconsin as Johnson fouls one away. Now, I haven't been here nearly as long. I've only been here for a year, but I tried that Muscalard sandwich that was here last summer, and I was a big fan of that. I know that was another one where people were kind of skeptical about, but I really enjoyed that one.
The fried walleye seaweed combo on that was my first time having to deal with seaweed. Didn't exactly know what I was doing, but we figured it out and ended up making a great night of that for the Muscalard night we had here a couple years ago.
Sliding stop made by Lucy Moreno, but everybody will be safe. Trzynski moves up to second, and Johnson reaches at first with an infield hit. So 2 straight 2-out knocks for the Ignite, and they're in business here in the 4th inning. Now looking ahead, so the next ideas that you'll have and some of the things you're looking to do towards the future. Are there any ideas you're thinking about, or things that you want to try moving forward here at the ballpark?
Oh yeah, we're always thinking here. I'm always thinking about next season, the year after that, about stuff that we might want to change and moving forward. There's definitely a lot of food items that I do want to get in our ballpark here. I know that our Madison community is very health conscious and stuff like that, so make sure we got options for everybody. We know we always have those stadiums classics, but make sure we're taking care of all of our Nightmares fans and make sure we're offering gluten-free options, vegetarian options for people. We know that's important to the Madison community. I want to make sure that we're supplying that. So getting into more of that stuff next year is definitely on my radar and something that hopefully our Nightmares fans can look forward to.
Yeah, fans will definitely have to be on the lookout as Brooklyn Hofer takes a ball. So with these specialty food items, is the process for making them completely different than making just a simple brat or a hot dog or a cheeseburger? Like, how's the system and the flow in the kitchen change when you have these new items that are in for a limited time and you're kind of trying to put the focus on them?
Yeah, it could definitely change up your rhythm. As we know, we got a rhythm of stuff going on here, but changes up the flow, but our part-time staff are good at adapting and making the changes when necessary.
JuL, thanks for coming on the Ella Stevenson solo homer in inning number 3. As the first pitch to Lucy is right in there for a strike. 0-1 on Danny Lucy. It was a line out for her in the bottom of the 2nd. Runner in motion, pop up on the infield. Moreno up to scramble back to first as it's caught by Johnson, but they've got the double play. Two outs just like that for the Ignite as Lucy Moreno was stealing on the pitch. And by the time she realized that it was a pop-up, she was standing on second. It didn't get super high, and so not enough time to scramble back to the bag. Taylor Baker steps in and takes the pitch inside for ball number 1. Baker drew a walk in the 2nd inning. She comes up empty with a big hack there on the 1-0 pitch to even the count. Baker able to work her way ahead here, trying to extend that 8-game hitting streak. She's hitting in her 10th game of the season for Madison. Two-way player who has good pitching as well. Had the complete game shutout in the circle up in Wausau last night. And now looking to contribute on offense in this home-and-home series. She's worked the count full 3-2. Trying to get on. Start a 2-out rally. Stiles delivers the payoff. This is popped up to the left side and it gets out of play. And a heck of a play made in the crowd there. One-handed catch. Way to stick with it too. A little bobble, but no problem for that guy. So 3-2 misses outside. What made that even more impressive is that guy was holding a beer in his left hand and he didn't spill any of it. Base runner for the Nightmares. There's another look. Seen a lot of really good plays made by the Nightmares outfield this season. Add another to the highlight reel as Addie Blomberg takes ball number 1. Blomberg with a single in the bottom of the second inning. Brooklyn Hofer is going to run out to have a conversation with Stiles. Stiles falling behind 1-0. She's had to work hard. The Nightmares getting traffic on the base paths. Nightmares been good at the plate with 2 outs. Got a pair of runners on in the second with 2 outs, and then the Stevenson home run also came with a pair of outs in the third inning. Trying to start a rally here. It's the 1-0 to Blomberg. Just misses inside. So 2-0 the count now. This will be pitch number 75 right here. And misses outside. Been a warm day here in Madison as Stiles misses inside. Makes it difficult on a pitcher during long innings. Yeah, it looks like we'll visit on the mound as Jasmine Estrada, the head coach, is out. We'll see if the Ignite considering a pitching change here, if they're just talking things over. Stiles just needing 1 out to escape the 4th inning. It's back to the top of the order. Greta Grassel set to step in for Madison. So Baker and Addie Blomberg, the 8 and 9 hitters, have each been on base twice in the game. And Greta Grassel is set to go. First pitch from Stiles, and Grassel leaves it alone. Blowing outside for ball number 1. Stiles having some trouble finding the strike zone. She had walked just 1 hitter through the first 3 innings, but has now walked back-to-back in the 4th and behind 2-0 on Grassel. That's inside, and it is a hit by pitch. Grassel will take her base, and now they are all loaded up. The Nightmares Loading the bases with 2 outs without a base hit. 2 walks and a hit by a pitch bring Ava Carroll to the plate. First pitch to her is in there for a strike. So good work by Stiles to recover and get ahead of Carroll, who's 1 for 2 in the game. It's the 0-1. This is for a ball. The count evens now at 1-1. Baker on third, Blomberg on second, Grassel on first base. And Carroll fouls this one straight back. Stiles a strike away from getting out of the jam. She has thrown 21 pitches in this frame. Here's the 1-2. That misses for ball number 2, and the count now even on Carroll. Nightmares trying to break it open here in the 4th with a big hit. 5 knocks for the Nightmares in the ball game so far. As the pitch is lined and foul, and the count will remain where it's at. Carroll stays in the box. Stiles having to work extra hard to get Carroll. 3 straight have reached after the double play. 2-2 again. Carroll just got a piece of it. Ava Carroll putting up a fight here. Extended her on base streak to 11 games earlier on. She's got 14 hits now against Wausau through just 7.5 games this season. The 2-2 misses outside. And now the count runs full. Nowhere to put Ava Carroll with the bases loaded. Carroll has driven in 6 runs this season. And a big pitch upcoming from Riley Stiles. Here it is. This is lifted down the left field line, curling foul, and it gets out of play. And so the runners will all head back their respective stations, and we'll do it again. Three and two with 2 outs in the 4th. The pitch to Carroll. Line drive down the line again, but that gets foul once again. A little bit closer to straightening it out with that swing, but once again, the runners go back. This is turning into a marathon of an at-bat. See all of the runners getting set to go. The pitch misses for ball 4. It's a bases loaded walk, and the Nightmares extend the lead. It is 2-0. 3 walks in the inning. Carroll is aboard with Emma Kavanaugh set to step up. A walk, hit by pitch, another walk is how the Nightmares get their 2nd run. Kavanaugh will try to make it more. Pitch misses for ball number 1. The Madison catcher ahead in the count. She's 1 for 2 in the game. Sends that pitch way foul. Kavanaugh will try to straighten it out on the 1-1. Mentioned earlier how she hits very well with runners on base. 25 runs driven in on the season. The 1-1 pitch is floated out towards shallow center field, but the catch is made by Riley Schwiezo for out number 3. First pitch misses for ball number 1 to Frydenlund. Frydenlund 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Jaskowiak fires the 1-0 pitch. It's a little floater right over Jaskowiak, and she can't make the catch. 3 different nightmares converge on it, but it falls, and Frydenlund will reach base. So leadoff hitter is on, as Frydenlund has her first hit of the night. It'll be Reagan Proud next up for Wausau. First pitch to Proud is grounded foul. So 0-1 the count. Proud with a pop out. Her first time at the plate. Long pause from Jaskowiak, and she'll step off and call time. It's a gorgeous night tonight in Madison for softball on the 4th of July. Andrea Jaskowiak has not let Wausau on the scoreboard yet. Here's a bouncing ball to Blomberg. She'll go to second. They get 1 there. Throw to first, not in time. But the sisters, Hillary and Addie, connect for 1 out. Nightmare is able to get the lead runner, so Proud reaches on the fielder's choice. Back to the top of the order for Riley Schwiezo. Schwiezo with a single in her last at-bat. As Proud gets set to go off of first base. The first pitch is down low. That gets by Kavanaugh, and a good read by Proud. She'll swipe second. So runner in scoring position for Schwiezo. Proud didn't hesitate once that ball hit the ground and got by Kavanaugh. It's a 1-0 pitch from Jaskowiak. This is fouled away back behind the plate. Jaskowiak has thrown 58 pitches. She's allowed 5 hits, has not issued any walks. One pitch coming to Schwiezo. She shows bunt, pops this one up, and the catch made by Baker for out number 2. As Proud heads back to second base. So the bunt attempt does not work out, as Baker was ready for it and made the play, and Megan McGinnis will come to the plate. The pair of outs in the 5th. Ignite trying to get on the scoreboard for the first time tonight as McGinnis puts this one in the foul territory, now to play. Won the count on McGinnis. She get into a double play for last time up. The 0-1 pitch is down low, below the knees for a ball. So the count even here at 1-1. Jaskowiak fires. That's hit foul into the seats. Another souvenir. Big crowd here at Warner Park. The Ignite been struggling on offense as of late. Shutout last night. Have not scored yet tonight. And now the count 1-2 on McGinnis with Jaskowiak trying to get through her 5th shutout inning. Here's the pitch. That misses just off the plate. So the count even at 2-2 now. Still waiting out on second base is Proud. The 2-2. That stays outside. The Ignite have not scored a run since the 3rd inning on Saturday against Madison. So that means that they have gone 15 straight innings without scoring a run. This would be number 16 in a row if Jaskowiak can get out of it. They count 3-2, and Jaskowiak will take a moment. Pitch number 65 for Jaskowiak. Here's the payoff pitch. Another foul ball, and so the count will remain at 3-2. This has been the best outing of the season for Jaskowiak so far. Building off of a strong appearance against Mankato on Wednesday when she allowed just 1 run over 3 innings. She's ready for the payoff once again. Down low, ball 4, and McGinnis will take her base. 2 on with 2 outs for Madison. That is the first walk issued by Jaskowiak in the game. The catcher, Emma Kavanaugh, will head out to Jaskowiak, deliver a new softball, and provide some words of encouragement. The Ignite got a couple of runners on base in the 4th. They left 2 in scoring position back in the 2nd. So the offense hasn't been held completely quiet. Just still waiting for that big hit in the right spot. Stevenson will hit first for Madison in the 5th. A home run for her. Her last at bat. She drives this one into foul territory, and making the catch is Riley Schwiezo for out number 1 of the inning. Good work by Schwiezo. She quickly gets to the spot all the way from her position at second base and makes the catch. So Stevenson is down, and Hillary Blomberg comes to the plate with the bases empty. First pitch to Blomberg. It's on the ground, and that is a fair ball. Blomberg rounding first, heading for second, and she is there with a one-out double. First hit of the ball game for Blomberg, as she just keeps that in fair territory. And a runner in scoring position for Lucy Moreno. Hit number 6 on the night for the Nightmares. Madison has scored 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth to take this lead. They'll look to grow it even further here as Moreno steps in. First pitch just missing for a ball. So the count 1-0 now. Moreno with a single her last time up in the fourth inning. Leaves that pitch just outside. So Blomberg in striking distance from Moreno, who sees this pitch and skies it in the right field, coming in and making the catches proud for out number 2 of the inning. So 2 down now, and Danny Lucy will try and drive in her University of Wisconsin-Madison teammate Hillary Blomberg as she hits for the 3rd time. Hit into a double play her last time up. Low and inside in the first pitch from Stiles. Lucy has driven in 13 runs this year. Leaves this pitch down low. Blomberg takes off for third, and she is safe. A good effort by Hofer behind the dish to collect and throw down, but Blomberg just able to get there. And now the 3rd run of the game at third base. The pitch to Lucy is in there for a strike, and it goes to 2-1 now on the Madison center fielder. Stiles has thrown just 8 pitches in the inning. As Lucy lines this one towards center, but the catch is made by Megan McGinnis for out number 3. The Nightmares leave a runner at third and do not score. We go to inning number. Molly Fitzgerald leads it off and takes a strike. 0-1 the count on the Ignite first baseman. She reached on an error earlier in the game. Still looking for her first hit. The 0-1 pitch is chopped right back at Jaskowiak, and she makes the play for out number 1. So Andrea Jaskowiak pitching a great game and making a couple of nice plays with the glove. Adds another right there, and there's one down for Hannah Trzynski. Here's a line drive, and that'll get into center field for a base hit. As Lucy picks it up and fires it back in, Hannah Trzynski with her 2nd hit of the game. And a 1-out runner here in the 6th for Mia Johnson. Well, the Ignite have now recorded a hit in each of the last 5 innings, but have still been yet to push one across. Johnson out early on that, fouls it away. Mia Johnson having a good night so far. She's 2 for 2, doubled in the second, singled in the fourth. Looks like got a change on the Wausau side. There will be a pinch runner. That's Kaylee Kinsinger, who comes in for Trzynski. So Kinsinger pinch running for Trzynski with the count 0-1 on Mia Johnson. Jaskowiak's pitch is lifted into center field. Danny Lucy didn't have to move very far for that. She puts the glove on it. And there are 2 down. Danny Lucy has played some great defense this season. Brooklyn Hofer will be next. Here's a look at a play that Danny Lucy made out there a couple of nights ago against Mankato. This ended up on SportsCenter. It was on the SportsCenter top 10 list that evening. She continues to make everything look easy out there as that gets past the diving Lucy Moreno and in the center field for a base hit. Brooklyn Hofer aboard with a 2-out knock, and now a pair on base for the Ignite. The tying run on first in Hofer, and Kaylee Freidenlund will be next for Wausau. So Freidenlund already with a hit in the game. Burger and the s'mores nachos. Find it funny, I've got some fans who see that kind of thing and they think, oh, that's illegal. You can't put those 2 foods together. And then other fans that are eager to try it. It's the count now 3-2 on Taylor Baker as she tries to get on and lead off this 6th inning. Plays off that pitch, it's outside. And Baker has her 3rd walk of the game. Leadoff hitter on for Madison here against Stiles, and Addie Blomberg will come to the plate here. She's been on base twice so far in the ball game. Shows bunt on the first pitch, gets it down, but it rolls foul. So she'll head back. Baker will return to first base as well. The Nightmares trying to improve to 15-5 on the season. It's been the offense that has really helped lead the way, but tonight it's been pitching and defense that has helped Madison, and just enough offense to take the lead as that one is popped up to shallow left, and Megan McGinnis makes the catch for the first out of the inning. The Nightmares have scored a league-high 176 runs this season. It's a Wausau pitching staff that has also allowed more runs than any other team this year. We have a pinch runner. Paige Hansen is in for Taylor Baker. As Greta Grassel steps to the plate. First pitch is in the zone for a strike, and it's 0-1. Grassel was hit by a pitch in her last plate appearance in the 4th. That Pitch a little bit upstairs. So the count evens at 1-1. Big cut right there. Grassel not able to put it in play. She struck out a couple of times in the game. Trying not to go down via strikes for a third time. The pitch. This is down low. Good work behind the plate by Hofer. As Hansen stays put at first base. Leadoff walk by Taylor Baker in the inning. This pitch to Grassel misses outside. Nightmares got some late offense last night. There's been a few games over the last week where it's taken a little while for the offense to get going, as that's inside, and Grassel's hit by the pitch for the second time. And she'll head down to first. Hansen moves up to second, so 2 on with 1 out. Ava Carroll will be next for the Nightmares. Carroll's been on a couple of times in the game. The corners for Wausau playing in. First pitch just misses outside. It's a good spot by Stiles. That pitch misses up high. So now Carroll able to get ahead in the count here, 2-0. The Nightmares have been good in close games this season. Madison is 4-1 in one-run games. So the 2-0 pitch is in there for a strike. Tends to be a big part of the success of teams that put up large win totals, that ability to win the close game. The 2-1 is lined into left field for a base hit. Rounding third and heading home is Hansen. The throw is cut off, and the Nightmares extend the lead. An RBI single for Ava Carroll, and it's 3-0 Madison. Here's another look. Carroll not trying to do too much. Sends it out the other way. The Nightmares have added an insurance run. Grassel moving up to second, and it looks like we will get a pitching change. Great effort tonight by Riley Stiles. But Wausau will go to the bullpen, and that means we will take a quick break here from Warner Park. It's 3-0. 3-0 is high and outside. That'll get all the way to the backstop. Each runner will advance 1 base. Kavanaugh with the walk down to first. Grassel to third, Carroll to second. And the bases are loaded for Ella Stevenson. Stevenson with a home run in the third. And she takes the first pitch for a strike. A 1 punch. Stevenson misses just outside. Got some fireworks going on just above the batter's eye. as Stevenson looks out with a 1-1 count. That pitch misses for a ball. It goes to 2-1 now. Stevenson up to 8 homers on the year. It's a pop out for her in her last at bat. The Nightmares have yet to have the big inning on offense. Can they change that here? Stevenson fouls one away. Each of the 3 runs so far for Madison have come in a different frame. They haven't needed a whole lot of offense tonight. With Andrea Jaskowiak dialed in. Savageau ready for the 2-2. This is popped up, and that'll get into the seats out of play. Another nice catch is made. He tried to throw it back in. That time he got it. First throw went straight back into the netting, but he learned from it and fired it back in play. You don't see that very often. I guess he just didn't want the souvenir. 2-2. This is into right center field, and it gets down. Grassel scores. Carroll rounding third. She'll touch home as well. Ella Stevenson drives in 2 more, and it is 5-0 Madison. Here's another look. Stevenson now with 3 driven in on the night. As she continues to dominate offensively for Madison. And Hillary Blomberg at the plate now with 2 in scoring position. It's a 3-run 6th inning for the Nightmares. First pitch misses down low. Blomberg with a double in her last at bat. So Ella Stevenson now with 31 runs batted in. That last hit gave her RBI number 30 and 31, so she becomes the first player in the league to reach 30 runs driven in this season. 1-1 to Blomberg. It's on the ground the other way. The play is made by Fitzgerald, who steps on first, but the throw home late, and scoring is Kavanaugh to make it 6-0. Here's another look. Fitzgerald stepped on the first base bag, but Kavanaugh running on contact just beat out the throw. Lucy Moreno at the plate now with the runner still at third. First pitch way outside. Good work by Hofer. She holds Stevenson at third base. Moreno is 1 for 3 tonight. Here's a ground ball to the right side. It's picked up by Schwezo, who throws to first in time to get Moreno. And the inning comes to an end. With some fireworks in the 6th of the Nightmares offense. 4 runs across to make it a 6-0 game as we go to the 7th here on the Northwoods League Sports Network.
What can I get you?
I want
2 outs away from a complete game shutout. It'll be the 2nd straight. Blomberg, 2 pitches and 2 outs in the 7th. And all of a sudden the Nightmares are out away. Jaskowiak looking for her first complete game of the season. She threw one last year for the Nightmares. Megan McGinnis, the last hope for the Ignite. The first pitch, low and away. 77 pitches thrown by Jaskowiak. McGinnis with a walk in her last plate appearance. Nightmares took the lead in the third on the Ella Stevenson home run, and they've added on since. And this is a bouncer to the left side. It's picked up by Blomberg, a throw all the way to first, but they have called a foul ball. Foul ball. And so McGinnis will head back to the plate. Jaskowiak will go back to work. The Nightmares thought that the game was over, but instead the count is 1-1. Jaskowiak's pitch is fouled away. The Ignite with 7 hits tonight. Jaskowiak has pitched out of some tough spots. She's only walked one hitter. Now Lexi Godwin out of the dugout to have a quick word with DJ Postel. She's back to the Madison side now. 1-2 with 2 outs as McGinnis looks on. Jaskowiak's 1-2 pitch. The sky towards center. Danny Lucy is there. She makes the catch, and the Nightmares win. 6-0 is the final. It's a complete game shutout for They extend their lead in first place in Northwoods League Softball. It's back-to-back shutout.